Alright, this is problem number 4 from the study guide. Number 4. Which of the following quadratic equations has no real solutions? So once again, this, in order just to check for real or no solutions, you always start with your b squared minus 4ac, the discriminant. So if you notice, all of them are in standard form. It looks like it from highest to lowest. Let's start with this one. This is A, this is B, this is C. And as a matter of fact, let me write the standard form equation above it, of all this. ax squared plus bx plus c equal to 0. So for this one, I'm going to do parentheses squared minus 4 parentheses parentheses. So I'm going to start with b. B goes here. Let me move this over so you guys can see. There it is. Okay, what is b? B is 6. What is a? A is 3. And what is C? C is 3. Alright. So right now we're working on this one. So this is 36 minus 4 times 3, 12 times 3, that's 36. So this is 0. So according to that table that we did, remember, real solutions. If we end up with a positive number, there's 2 real solutions. If we end up with a negative number, there's none real solutions. And if we end up with a 0, it's 1 real solution. So what do you guys notice for this one? This one has 1 real solution. So they're asking us for the no real solution. So the answer is not that one. Let's go to the next one, this one. And again, I'm going to open up parentheses. Minus 4 parentheses parentheses. So what is B? B is 3. What is A? A is 3. And C is 3. Alright, here we go. This is 9. Negative 4 times 3, that's 12. Times 3, that's negative 36. So negative 36 and 9, that gives me negative 27. So what kind of number is this one? Negative. So no real solutions. So the correct answer on this one is B. Alright. Make sure you copy that. Pause it if you need to. Go to number 5. This one was number 4, yeah. Number 5. It says, when the quadratic formula is applied to this equation, 4x squared plus 3x minus 5 equals 0, what is the numerator of the simplified answer? So, for this, we need to identify ax squared plus bx plus c equal to 0. We need A. A is 4. B is 3. And C is negative 5. Alright? Quadratic formula. X equals minus B plus minus square root B squared minus 4AC over 2A. X equals minus parentheses plus minus square root parentheses squared minus 4 parentheses parentheses over 2 parentheses. So, start with B. B is 3, so that goes here and here. A is 4, so it goes here and here. And C is negative 5. Alright, let's simplify. X equals negative times 3 is negative 3 plus minus 3 squared is 9. Negative, I'm going to do this. Negative 4 times negative 5 is 20 times 4, that's 80. Is that correct? 80 over 8. And then we got x equals negative 3 plus minus square root of 89 over 8. They're asking us to look at the numerator. So look at the numerator. The numerator is on top of the fraction, which is this. Well, they got the number wrong because this should have been 89, not 88. However, which one looks closest to it? C. All right. So remember this one. Just make sure you get your standard form. Identify A, B, and C. Get your quadratic formula. Substitute. Simplify, and just look at the numerator and just match it to your answer. All right. Pause it if you need to pause it. Let's go to number 6. Number 6. Which of the following is equivalent to square root of negative 49? Copy that one. So square root of negative 49 is the same as square root of 49 to square root of negative 1. Square root of 49 is 7. Square root of negative 1 is I. Correct answer is D. All right. Once again, pause it if you need to pause it. Let's move on to number 7. Number 7. Which of these expressions is equal to 9 plus 23i? So, on your paper, write number 7. Let's start with this one first. All right, I'm going to do that one in black. Here we go. So, it's addition, so that means I'm just going to combine. What is 4 plus 5? 4 plus 5 is 9. Then we got 2i and 20i, that's 22i. Pretty close. Maybe it's a typo, but let's see. Let's go to the next one. I'm going to do the next one in blue. This one has a negative. What do we know about the negative? We distribute here and here. So let me rewrite this. I'm going to bring this one over. 4 plus 25i, then minus 5, and then minus 2i, because we distribute the negative here and here. All right, let's combine. This is 4 minus 5, that's negative 1. 25i minus 2i, that's positive 23, Michael Jordan. However, no, that's not it. All right, let's go to the next one. C. Again, there's a negative here, distribute, so I'm going to rewrite this one right here. We got 4 plus 25i. Negative times a negative is a positive 5. And negative times 2i, that's negative 2i. So, combine. What is 4 plus 5? That's 9. 25i and minus 2i, that's positive 23i. And that looks like that's our answer. So the correct answer for this one is C. Once again, pause the video if you need to pause it. Make sure you have that down. Let's move on to number 8. All right. Number 8. Number 8. It says the graph of which equation would be the circle, or a circle with a center of 8, -5, and a radius of 4. So they're talking about circles now, and they give us these options. So on your paper, I want you to write center, 8, -5, and radius, 4. All right, to write our equation, we need our standard form equation for the circle. So in the center of your paper, or underneath where you wrote that, let's write parentheses x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals 2r squared. And just a reminder, the center is always h and k. So x minus blank, y minus blank, and parentheses squared. Leave it blank for the radius. All right. So let's substitute values. What is h? Label it. H is 8. K is -5. And the radius, or r, is 4. All right, let's simplify. So x minus 8 squared plus y times -5 is +5 squared equals to 16. So since we already simplified, this is our standard form equation for the circle. What is the option? So this one has a 4 over here, so it's not that one or that one, because that have equal to 4. It has to be one of these two, so -8 plus 5, 16. Yep, correct answer is B. All right, once again, pause the video if you need to pause it. And let's move on to number 9. All right, this is number 9. It says, write the standard form equation of the circle with radius 4. So write that down on your paper. Radius 4 and center 0, 0. And once again, right above the center, remember to write C, H, and K to remind you what is what. All right, so just like the one we did before, we start with our standard form equation, x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. So x minus blank squared plus y minus blank squared equals parentheses squared. So we need h and k. H and k. What is h? H and k. So that is 0 and 0. Our radius is 4. All right. So here, let's simplify. Since there's no number next to the negative, so basically this cancels, so we're left with x to the second. Same thing here, and that leaves us with y to the second equals to 4 squared is 16. So correct answer is D. Very simple, yeah, it's coming back. All right, once again, so pause the video if you need to pause it, and then make sure you have that down. All right, let's go to number 10. All right, this is number 10. Write on your paper, find the center and radius of x squared plus y squared minus 8x plus 10y plus 37 equal to 0. So I'm going to write it down here again just to make some space to do the work. Alright, so once again, what's the process? We're using what? Completing the square, yeah? So, is it in standard form? Yes. Divide by the leading coefficient. What's my leading coefficient? Invisible 1. Alright, so we end up with x squared plus y squared minus 8x plus 10y plus 37 equal to 0. Next, get rid of the constant. So minus 37 minus 37. We're left with, on this side we have negative 37, and on this side we group all the x's together. So we got these two. So we got x squared minus 8x, empty space, close parentheses. Then the y's together, that one and that one. So y squared plus 10y. And now we complete the square. How do we complete the square here? That's negative 8 over 2 squared. And whatever we do to one side, we do to the other. Negative 8 over 2 squared. Here, 10 over 2 squared. Do the same thing to the other side. 10 over 2 squared. Alright? So, what do we have? Let's double check. We got x squared minus 8x plus negative 8 divided by 2 is negative 4. Negative 4 squared is 16. Y squared plus 10y. 10 divided by 2 is 5. 5 squared is 25. Equals to negative 37 plus 16 plus 25. Alright. Next. Can I combine stuff? Yeah. 16 and 25, that's 41. Take away 37, that leaves us with 4. Bring everything else down. Alright. So, last step. What do we do? Factor, right? Square root of the first, square root of the last term, sine of the middle, squared, plus square root of the first, square root of the last term, sine of the middle, squared, and all that equal to 4. So, is that a standard form? Double check. X minus h squared, y minus k squared equals to r squared. Yes. So now, we need a center. The center has what? H and k, right? So, what is h? H is 4. What is k? K is not 5, but because this one has to be negative, so it's negative 5. And we need a radius. How do you find the radius from the 4? Take the square root, so that is 2. Correct answer for that one is 4, negative 5, and 2, B. Alright, once again, you need to pause the video, pause it. However, that concludes the last problems from the study guide. Part 1 was uploaded yesterday. And this is part 2. So, pause it if you need to. And study the new study guide that you have in order to get extra practice. See you next time. Peace.